All right. Why a class on American music? And why me to teach it? Okay, let me explain to you 4 reasons why. Number one, I'm American. I've been living in Japan for a lot of years, but my family's originally from the New York City area, the greater New York City area. They've been there for 170 years. So I lived in the greater New York City area when I was a kid, and then I moved to Louisiana. And I went to junior high, high school, and university and graduate school in Louisiana. So I am bicultural, all right? Northeast and the South. That step moved me from an urban area, America's #1 urban center, to a small town in rural Louisiana. And that was my first experience with culture shock. I didn't know it at the time, but that experience prepared me to take a bigger step later in moving from the US to Japan. Number two, not only am I American and I grew up with American music, I also spent 14 years as a radio announcer. I was a radio DJ starting part-time when I was in high school, and then full-time. And I worked my way through university and graduate school as an on-air live DJ. And in that 14 years, I played all kinds of music: pop, rock, R&B, country, rap, hip-hop, easy listening, oldies, everything. In Japan, even today, although I don't do any live programs these days, you often hear my voice on Zip FM and FM Aichi and on TV commercials. You can go to Toyota's showroom and press a button and hear my English narration. You can hear my voice on the train platform for Linimo. And when you go to Centrair, Chubu International Airport, you can hear my voice making the English announcement. Most of the work that I do is announcing stuff that most people don't ever hear. I mean, English narration for industrial videos for Toyota, Yamaha, Nihon Gaishi, National, Panasonic, lots of other companies, okay? So, number one, I'm American. Number two, I was a radio announcer. Number three, I've studied a lot of American music history. I've been teaching some kind of course about American music for the past 20 years. I've learned a lot about how American music has developed since its beginning in the early 19th century. Now, in this class, we're not going to go so deeply into that, but if you ask me what kind of music was popular 100 years ago in America and where it was popular, I can tell you that shit because I have been doing my homework. More importantly, I can tell you who listened to what kind of music and why. And that kind of understanding is cool because it helps you to understand how the music that's popular today evolved from music 50 years ago when I and your parents were kids. American music and the American music industry have undergone a few major revolutions in the 20th century, and without those revolutions, we would not have rap music. We wouldn't have rock and roll. We wouldn't have songs with lyrics that reflect the ever-changing American society. We wouldn't have music that you could, listen to on your, smartphone. Music that came from CDs, which started, from vinyl records. So, those are the first 3 reasons. Number one, I'm American. Number two, I was a DJ. Number three, I studied a lot of American music stuff. And number 4, America's music reveals a lot about American culture, and that is worth studying. Now, in this class, we're going to treat song lyrics, song lyrics, the words to the songs, and the music videos of songs. We're going to treat them as data, text that we can comb through, searching for meaning. Many times, the meaning is not that hard to find, but our challenge is to pull bits of stuff together until we can make some general claims about American culture. And it's important that I should say right now that when I say American culture, I'm using that as a broad term for the wide variety of cultures within the United States. These cultures in America vary in different ways, and not just in black and white, on, off sort of way, but, on a gradient scale. Ethnicity, age, gender, sexual identity, religious beliefs, political beliefs, the food you eat, the leisure activities you enjoy, urban versus rural, rich versus poor, East Coast versus West Coast, regions from, the South, the Northeast, the Midwest, dialect, Southern dialect, East Coast dialect, broadcast dialect, and so on. So when we say American culture, we should really be ready to ask ourselves, which one? So, what are we going to do in this class? Well, we're going to be looking at roughly 25 songs that I've selected. And we're going to learn stuff from each song by looking at the text, the song lyrics, and the music video. We're going to be looking at background information and commentary provided by me, your teacher, so that we can make general claims about what these songs tell us about American culture, cultures, because it's not just one, it's cultures. And I'm also going to give you information about American music, information that you won't be able to get anywhere else in your university education. Now, an important word. American pop music today uses a lot of explicit language. And simply put, that means bad words. You know what I'm talking about. You hear bad words all the time, in music, in movies, on Netflix, on YouTube, and Instagram. And, all of these words are a very natural and integral part of American slang. So, look, you are an adult. You're going to hear bad words everywhere. So, you're going to hear bad words in your study for this class, sometimes from the song lyrics and sometimes from me when I'm teaching you. All right? So, how do we begin? First, you need to go to Google Classroom and download the materials. If you have an iPhone, please download the free iBooks app. It's called Books, all right? Download the free Books app because the free book that I made for this class was specially designed to be looked at on an Apple device. And to see it, you need to open it in the free Books app. Now, if you don't have an iPhone, you can download the PDF. The PDF is not as cool, but it works okay. If you want to use a MacBook or an iPad, the book that I made works wonderfully on anything Mac. Next, let's take a look at the iBook. The iBook contains all the lyrics to the songs that we'll study, plus audio clips of the songs so that you can sing along. Yes! Oh my God, yes! You should absolutely sing along whenever you can. It's going to help you to remember the lyrics, and it's going to make you happy. The iBook also contains a glossary, vocabulary. You can tap on a word in bold, and you'll get its English meaning. If you want the Japanese meaning, hey, go to Google Translate or whatever. It's not my job. The iBook also has a lot of photos that help illustrate idioms and slang. And every song has annotations. These are comments that I made to help you understand stuff that comes up. The book also has links to some YouTube playlists. Almost every song has a music video that you should watch when you're studying the song. All right? Now, each song we study has some activity that you'll have to do. You can find it out on Google Classroom. Look in your Gmail for Google Classroom posts or emails from me. All right? For homework, study the song. Watch the music video. Then, in the class, during class time, you're going to do some activity based on the song. This is to show that you have studied the song and listened to it enough. All right? Now, let me say something here. This class wasn't designed to be boring. This class was not designed to be mendokusai. It was designed to be fun and helpful for your study of American music and culture. So, let me help you to decide what kind of student you can be. Are you going to be student number 1? Yeah, this shit's so boring and so mendo. So I'm just going to open the activity and do the activity by looking at the book for the answers. And I'm going to finish the class as fast as I can. I mean, it's on demand. Corona. I don't care. I just need credit for the class. I don't want to learn anything. Bullshit. Or do you want to be student number 2? God damn, this shit's cool! Listening to songs and learning vocabulary and culture and get university credit? Sign me up! Okay, first I'm going to listen to the song, I'm going to hum along, then I'm going to listen to the song and sing along, and I'm going to read the lyrics in the Ibook, then I'm going to take some notes about my new vocabulary and check out the slang words, then I'm going to watch the music video because I want to learn even more stuff. You should absolutely be student number 2, all right? Listen. Listen to the song. Listen again. Listen and look at the lyrics. Read the iBook's notes and annotations. Watch the music video. Take some notes. I don't want you to feel like this is a mendokusai class, something that you're gonna hate. All right, so this is the end of video 1. Video 2 is coming soon. Stand by.